We will be examining the USB transfer allegation, or the ginger mint transfer, and the surveillance of State Farm's arena. Ms. Moss claims that what was alleged to be a USB by Rudy Giuliani was nothing more than a ginger mint given to her by her mother, Miss Ruby Freeman. But there is a lot of suspicious movement and activity in that video, just to be a ginger mint in my opinion. Oh, who am I kidding? It's not my opinion, it's a fact. Let's examine, shall we? Now here we see Miss Ruby Freeman at the ballot table, and her daughter, Miss Moss, arrives and sits down in front of her. We can see that they are communicating, and it appears conspicuous, especially with the covert element of masks. A male approaches the table, assumed to be Miss Moss's boyfriend. Let's see what occurs next. Miss Moss looks up at the male and is communicating with him. He steps back a bit. Miss Moss looks in the other direction, as if she is concerned about someone in that particular area. The fact that this male is conveniently standing right in front of the camera, assumed to be from a media source, raises suspicions. And it's not just that he's standing there, he appears to not have a purpose for doing so. Now, since I'm quite fair, I won't suggest that he's standing there as a shield for Miss Ruby Freeman to cunningly pass her daughter the USB drive without it being obvious by the cameras. No, I won't suggest that. Now the point of interest is if what was handed to Miss Moss was in fact a ginger mint by her mother. Let's zoom in as close as possible, in attempts to not fuzzy the video quality, so we can see what object was handed to her. It's inconclusive, due to how Miss Moss is holding the object. Also, those cans, assumed to be sanitizer sprays or air dusters, blocked the view of when the mother handed the object to her daughter. Seems to be strategically placed there, especially when we factor how the male also physically blocked the view of the exchange. This is not a coincidence, meaning it's probably not a ginger mint. No ginger mint needs this much elusiveness. But I'm fair, so we will continue to examine. Hopefully there's conclusive evidence. Wait a minute, I think we have conclusive evidence. Let's zoom in on this frame and see what object that is in Miss Moss's right hand on the chair. From the looks of it, that does not appear to be a ginger mint. The rectangular shape, and even the lighter accented color on the tip of the object. It is more mechanical shaped, rather than organically shaped. Some USBs have an accented tip, which are often a different color than the device's main color. Some ginger mint candies do in fact have wrapping that is rectangular shaped, with accented tips at each end of the wrapping. But if you look at the tip of the object, it resembles the accented tip of a USB drive, rather than an accented tip of a candy wrapping, which often has ridges at the end, like sharp teeth. And that would be visible in this video, despite zooming into that frame. That design, of course, is to make it easy to rip the wrapping of the candy. In addition, the accented tip of a candy wrapping would not appear so solid, like a device's solid shape. It would appear softer, flimsier, not physically solid like this object. So through logic, through comparing both objects' designs, and how it simply appears more solid than a wrapping, that is 95% not a ginger mint. Which leaves a 95% chance that is a USB drive. But since I'm fair, let's keep examining. Maybe there is conclusive evidence. Can't really get much more conclusive than 95%, but hey, I'm fair. Wait 1 minute, there is suspicious behavior here. I think I saw something slick just occur. It appears that Miss Moss slipped it into the male's left pocket. A quick sleight of hand, which was partially blocked from the camera's viewpoint. Let's examine the region near the male's left pocket for confirmation. What we have here is a criminal act right in front of a camera. Miss Moss slips the USB drive into the male's left pocket as he acts as a distraction. His so-called stretching would draw attention to himself naturally in observation, as Miss Moss took this opportunity to transfer the USB drive into his pocket. To confirm my conclusion to a complete 100%, the object that was given to Miss Moss by her mother, claimed to be a ginger mint, was in that very right hand the entire time. And I tracked that right hand right into the male's left pocket. A ginger mint? If you say so. I guess Miss Moss felt that the male needed the ginger mint more than she did, hey? Yeah, right, this was without a doubt the very USB drive that Rudy Giuliani claimed. USB drives are used to transfer data from one device to another, which clearly proves that whatever data was on this USB was linked to affecting the polls in the state of Georgia. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is even more devastating evidence against mother and daughter. We will return. This is the chaos sector.